Hey YouTube, Perk here, Koi Services. Hope you're all good and well. Today's topic is flukes, skin flukes and gill flukes, and the best way to get rid of them. You can get flukes in any body of water with fish, really, but what you don't want is an outbreak of them. So if you scrape 6 fish and you find 2 flukes, then to be honest with you, there's no absolute reason to treat. So getting back to the old flukes, so there's 2 different types of flukes. There's skin flukes and there's gill flukes. So skin flukes are a lot bigger than gill flukes, and also they carry live offspring. So if you do a scrape and you find skin flukes, if you look under a microscope, you'll be able to see through the fluke, and you can see inside it, and you can see the actual offspring inside it under the microscope. So there's several treatments for flukes. There's like Flucam, Flubanol, Flubenzenol, the Praziquantel, and it doesn't really matter which one you use, to be fair. But what you do need to do, and this is the problem that everybody makes, and it's the biggest boo-boo on the planet, is basically when flukes, when you get an outbreak of flukes on your fish, the koi will produce more mucus to protect itself from the parasite. So what happens is you put your fluke treatment in, and the flukes are being protected by the slime coat. So what you need to do before any fluke treatment is chloramine tea. So the day before you treat for flukes, you treat with chloramine tea. Now this will not black the slime coat, so you won't get rid of all of it, but it'll get rid of most of it. So that then when you do put your treatment in, it'll work basically. You know, there's people, I've treated my pond 6 times for skin flukes, and they're still there. I just can't get rid of them. Now, this is another thing that really annoys me, is that people just keep treating the fish. So over treating your fish can cause massive problems, like literally sepsis. It can cause all sorts of problems. So you bang in a Fluke M, and then that didn't work, so you use Fluke P, and that didn't work, so you use Fluke S, and that didn't work, and then they call me after they've put frigging M&F in 6 times potassium permanganate and 7 fluke treatments, and the fish are starting to die and fall apart. So what you need to do is scrape your fish. If you've got skin flukes, you need to chloramine tea your pond, turn your UV light off, chloramine tea your pond, and I recommend, which is what I use, is Fluke S, which is Praziquantel. It smells like sherbet, smells like sweets, but I wouldn't eat it. But flukes are worms basically, so it's a wormer. Years ago they used to use pig wormers and stuff like that in the pond, so there's no real need to go to that extreme, as long as you, like I say, chloramine tea the day before you put your fluke treatment in. Make sure your fluke treatment's fully dissolved as well, because otherwise if you've got a skimmer, the skimmer's just going to pull that all off the top, and you're just wasting your money. So yeah, so that's skin flukes. You only need 1 treatment because it'll kill the offspring and the fluke itself. So it'll kill the fluke, kill the offspring, bish bash bosh. 1 job, you should be fluke clear as long as you follow the instructions. Now, gill flukes are a total different kettle of fish. They lay eggs. Now the difference between a skin fluke and a gill fluke is quite obvious. The gill flukes live in and around the gills. You will find them on the skin of the fish. When you're scraping, don't try and scrape inside the gills. You're just going to cause damage. All you need to do is scrape over the top of the gill plate. So you scrape over the top of the gill plate, and if there is any gill flukes, you're going to find them through there. Now, gill flukes are about 1/4 of the size of a skin fluke, so you don't need to up the magnification really. You just need to know what you're looking for. Now on them, this is crazy, but they've almost got like a smiley face, like 2 dots and a line, like an emoji. Cheers, mate. They've got like an emoji, smiley face, which is, I don't know what the word for it really is, but yeah. So they can wipe out all your koi. I call them the silent killer. because there's no marks on the fish, there's no legions, they're not really flicking terribly, they're just suffocating, and that's how it gets. The gill flukes will feed on the gills, they'll lay the eggs in the gills, and basically left untreated, your fish are just going to suffocate, become lethargic, gasping on the top of the pond. That's another way, that's another sign of it. So the problem with gill flukes is they lay eggs, so you need to treat at least twice. They're a lot worse than skin flukes, so you do need to treat twice, because you've got to kill the eggs. So the eggs can hold off before hatching for as long as they want, really. But the general rule, if your water temperature's above sort of 20, you're looking at a 2-week period. So chloramine T, you treat with your Fluke S or your Fluke P, whatever, praziquantel. Wait 2 weeks, and then you retreat again. You can scrape, but you just need to retreat again, just to make sure that you've killed off the eggs as they're hatching, sort of thing. So it is a bit of a bummer to do, but it is possible. So yeah. So hopefully at the end of this video I'll show you a couple of clips of skin fluke and gill fluke. They're just stuff off my phone that I've recorded while I've been going around to customers. So yeah, and a bit of a tune at the end for you guys. So anyway, I hope you're all good and well, all here. Take care of yourselves, take care of your koi, take care of your loved ones, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.